Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to this week's video. My name is Bia, and if you know me or been around for a while, you know that I'm okay when it comes to... remove my watch. I'm okay when it comes to brushes, to techniques that involve brushes like ink, watercolor, and gouache, but when it comes to markers, that's where I struggle quite a bit. So, when Ohuhu reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try one of their set of markers, I sort of made a mission in my head that I really want to try and get good at markers, or at least decent. I have tried a loose Copic here or there, but I was never really good at them. So I'm hoping that with a selection of colors, I might actually try and do something good. This video is going to be a first part where I swatch the colors and I give you a little bit of first impressions, and then I'm not just going to do one illustration, I'm going to do a few on my own time to try and get a grasp of it, and then hopefully the final drawing, which I will do with you on camera, will be decent, sort of good. But let's see, it might be utter trash. So Ohuhu did not sponsor this video, they sent me this pack for free for me to review to you guys, so all opinions are my own, and I'm pretty excited. I've known about Ohuhu for a very long time, like they're one of the brands that are pretty good for in terms of markers, from what I've heard from other people and videos that I've seen online over the years. So this is the regular 48 color pack, and it comes in a little case, very nice and handy, like has a little handle. So if you want to take your markers on the go, this seems like a very nice way to do it. Little zipper pouch, and they open up. This is a very nice selection from what I can see. Lots of pinks and yellows and lilacs, which I like. A few greens, which, you know, if you know me, you know I don't really like to use that much, but I see a few usable greens for me. The one that I don't see myself using is like a emerald green. More cool toned blue base greens are not my thing, but yellow greens, I'm game. So it comes with a very nice wide range of colors. It comes also with a little plastic sheet, which I think is to use when you are coloring on thin paper. It says, please put pad between your coloring sheets to prevent any bleed through. That's another thing. I don't really know which paper to use. I think I'm going to try and use the Bristol paper that I have, which is a smoother paper. I think that's the best for markers, because all of the other paper that I have is watercolor paper, and from what I know, that's not great. It will probably soak up a lot of the paint ink thing and just make textures. It also comes with a little booklet which will tell me about their sets. So this is the Ohuhu, I think. Let me find it. It's the one that's brush tipped. So it's the Honolulu series, which has a chisel tip on the end and then a brush tip, and the brush are reversible, which is nice. If you use one too much, if you're just a bit rough with it, or you've been using the markers for a while, you can just flip it over and you have another brush tip on the end, which is very nice. And this is all the color selection. I believe I have this one, the 48 color. So they have a very wide range of colors available, which is very cool. So yeah, you see a little rainbow. Looking at this, it does actually have quite a lot of greens. If this is the set that I have, I think it is. And they have a bunch more other different sets. So yeah, very nice. In here as well, you have the little swatch cards, which I will be filling out in a second. Color swatch 1, color swatch 2, and together you make all of the 30 colors. And now let's just look quickly at one of the markers before we start swatching. Lightweight, very nice. Quite, I don't know, girthy? They're not the thinnest markers ever, I guess. Quickly comparing to the only other marker that I have, which is a Copic Chow, they are much girthier, which I think I like. It's comfortable in the hand. And they have foil, which for me is a bonus. They are shiny. And it has the color on each end of the cap. The cap has a little nub so it does not roll around, so that's nice. Broad chisel tip and a regular brush tip, which is very nice. We are blessed that most markers now have brush tips. They smell very alcohol-y, and there's a little ink bit there so I can have a little preview. I will check if they're similar to the caps, but I think they most always never really are, and that's why they always provide you a swatch sheet so you know how the colors look. They also give you a colorless blender, which I never really use. So I'll try my best to use it and try and create gradients. I also want to see how they blend in between. Again, I'm not very well versed in markers, but it is a medium that I would like to learn more. I just noticed a little detail. The brush part has a little gray ring, so you see quicker which side is the brush, which is very nice because I was thinking, how will I quickly know which side is the brush? So nice touch there. That will be it. I'm going to do the swatches and let's see how that go. I might do the swatch just talking to you guys to see if I like the colors or not. So it might be a voiceover, so you'll know in a few seconds. Okay, so let's start with the paper that says Color Swatch 1. And that one starts with Sunflower, which is Y2. Y2? Wait, I think it assumes it says it's like yellow 2. So that's the color right here. Let's see how this goes. I have not tried these at all, so I'm excited. Maybe I should do it broad. Probably give me a more controlled vibe. So nice, very warm. I do want to see how if they streak. I have watched a bunch of videos over the years on markers, so I do know things, so let's see how that goes. This is Marigold. It's a very rich dark yellow. Terracotta. YR5. Oh, I swatched the wrong one. I swatch dark yellow. Oops. We start amazing. I swatched where would you be? That would be here. So I'm gonna swatch the real one on the name. So that's the real one. Off to an amazing start, guys. I just woke up. Give me that break at least. Okay, so terracotta. I still haven't found terracotta. Where are you? Here you are. Let me check. Yes, you are terracotta. That is indeed a terracotta color. Rose beige. I might like that color. I found you. Pastel pink. Rose beige. It's actually easier for me to find the colors by name rather by number. I'm not that used to seeing by number. That is indeed a rose beige. Very accurate name calling. Deep red. Deep red. Here you are. R4. It is indeed a nice red. Geranium, I saw that one here. Geranium, that's a weird name. Ooh, I like it. It's like a burgundy. Mauve shadow. R11. R11. You are. Ooh! Of course, yeah, I would like this. It's a sort of a movie color. I like that. It does have sort of a lot of purplies, which I like. Pastel violet. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Barium yellow. Oh, so probably going this way and I'm just going the other way. So here it is. It's a sort of a lightish yellow. Ooh. Yeah, see, that does not, I mean, it still will dry, so maybe it does match. Okay, orange, it's straight up very nice. Punchy orange, I think? Yes, very orangey. I'm not sure I see myself using that one, but raw umber. Yes, it's raw umber. I can sense the smell. I am so not used to using markers. Coral pink. They are juicy. That they are. Cherry pink. Here we go. Oop, come here. Very similar, I guess, to red, deep red. I think. Quite similar indeed. Pastel rose. Pastel rose. Here we are. Ooh. It's quite nice, actually. Vivid purple. I'm actually finding the colors more by their description rather than the numbers. But I should probably be looking. P1. Let me see. P1 there. Yeah, I was not finding that one. Ooh, I like that one. Lavender, P4. I like their pinks and purple selection. I do like that. I'm liking so far. Okay, now skipping to salmon pink, which I did find by the description. Yeah, it is indeed a salmon pink. Yeah, very salmon. Potato brown. BR2. Potato brown. I like that. It is indeed very potatoey. Vermilion. Very vermilion. Old red. This one. That's pink. It's a sort of a burgundy, very similar to geranium, but I did think that deep red and cherry pink were similar, but they do have a slight difference now. Maybe that's going to happen. Pastel pink, here we are. Very bright, actually. That is not pastel, I'm sorry. That is bright, which I'm not complaining, I like it, but not pastel pink. It's quite bright. Light violet, here you are. They do have a pastel sets. And aubergine, I saw you somewhere here. Ooh, very deep. So that's our first swatch card done. Let me find the one that's buried under all these markers. Okay, I can put all of these to the side because these are the ones that I already swatched. We start with vivid reddish purple. So now it's going to be more blues and greens. That's the ones that I have left. So those are like the warmer colors, and now the more blues. This guy got turned into the mix though. And now royal blue, PB6, found you. I don't know if I should be doing 2 strokes. Cloud blue, oh cute. Cloud blue, here you are. Emerald green, the one that I do not see myself using. Yep, the kind of green that I don't like. Glass green. These types of greens I don't mind. I mean, don't love that one, but maybe I'll use it. Bud green. Okay, these are the ones that I like, more yellow toned. Yes, a little more yellow toned. I do like those. Anise. Ooh, this one. Ooh, I like this one. I'll probably use this one. Cool gray 4. Cool gray. Yeah, I'm definitely going by the wrong order. Cool gray 4. Cool gray 4. Are you buried? No, here you are. I never really used the grays when I used markers. I used to use markers a bit when I was in college, and I did had to use like the grays, and I never really used them well. Like I said, markers were never really my forte, my strong suit, but I want to change that. Pastel blue and turquoise green light. I like that one. Vivid green. I'm scared of that one. How's it gonna look? Oh, might not be too bad. I hate it. But I just don't really like green at all, so pale green. I mean, these are useful if you do plants, but when I do plants I tend to go to the bud green, even in digital. So yellow green. Yes, these two, like I might use a mixture of these, and these two unfortunately might be left a little bit on the side. So warm gray and cool gray 2. That's the one, right? No, it's another cool gray around here. Here you are. I was gonna use the wrong one again. Ooh, very cool gray indeed. Brilliant blue. I'm running. They're starting to fall inside the bag and I'm not able to see. What am I looking for? Brilliant blue. Cerulean blue, which I assume is this one. Yes. And turquoise green. Are you here? Yeah. Turquoise? No, using the wrong one. Turquoise green. You are. It doesn't offend me as much. It's okay-ish. The emeralds, I don't know why, I just don't really like them. These I don't mind because they're sort of moody. Okay, grass green, this guy. More vivid and absent. I like that. And then we have the other cool gray. This guy, which is very light indeed. And finally, black, which is black. And then we have the colorless blender, which I'll try. And now that my desk is an utter mess filled with markers, I will try my best to play with them a little bit. I will probably show little clips here or there of my first drawings with these. I will definitely try my best to do a bunch. I don't want to do just one drawing and call it done. I want to do a few and then try and do a master illustration where I just do everything that I learned. I will probably be using pencils as well. I have a bunch of pencils which I do like to use. It might help me a bit, but so far I like the color selections. A lot more greens than I envisioned, but to be honest, they are quite well balanced. We have a nice range of yellows, a very punchy orange. We do have reds, pinks, a nice selection of pinks and violets. And yeah, we do have a nice gradient over the blues and the greens. So I do think this is a quite balanced set in terms of colors. Quite excited to see how they behave. Do they blend? Can I layer them? I honestly don't know my possibilities. So I'm excited to find out and to bring you along this journey. So I'll see you there. So after I filmed that, I spent a few days playing with the markers, and the first doodle was very poor. I figured out I don't really enjoy how fine liner and markers look in my particular style. I much prefer going with colored pencils and just making the line art that way. It looks softer and I just prefer it. I did a few other doodles, but I was just not having a great drawing day that day, so I stopped around there. And so after that, I did a drawing that I thought would look well with the colors that I have, and that I thought could showcase what I had learned in those doodles. I ended up not using the colorless blender on this drawing, but I did use it a lot on the second doodle that I did with the butterflies and the pink hair, and it worked very, very well, way more than I thought.
that it would work, and I honestly had a lot of fun using it. I definitely want to do more drawings with this set. I found myself wanting to doodle with them, and just I really want to get better at alcohol markers. They are a medium that has scared me for quite a while, in a sense that I am so used to controlling the colors that I have with watercolor, ink, all that stuff, because I can make it lighter or darker on command. And with markers, I can't really do that. I am stuck with the colors that I have, and that somehow is scarier than I thought it would be. I still had lots of fun. I was able to create very nice blends between colors, even without using the colorless blender, which was super nice. I used that in the blush of her skin and in a few other places. I figured out I don't do a lot of gradients when using markers. I like doing sort of a color block look rather than a very blended look. Talking about the markers, they went super nicely. First application does look a bit streaky, but from what I understand, that is super normal with markers, and if you go over the second time, that looks super nice and super smooth, no blotchiness. I really like the color selection that was available on the 48 set. It had a lot of purples and blues that I really enjoyed playing with. I had a few greens that I don't see myself using, but they might be useful in the future anyway. And they have a few other sets that I very much would like to try. And another thing that I also really appreciate about these markers is that they actually have refills, and you can actually get individual markers as well. So if you really like a marker, you can just buy that over and over, or you can actually just create your own set if you want a very specific color selection. So talking about this drawing, I had a very specific thing in mind. Not sure I did it as best as I could. I was very nervous while filming this. I think it's just because I really want to get better at markers, but they still do intimidate me. So I was just a little bit extra nervous while filming this. But honestly, I had a blast, and I really do want to do more marker drawings. And honestly, just get better at them. It's a medium that has been on my sort of skill tree to-do list type of deal for a long time, but they are intimidating, like I said, way more than watercolors for me. People say, oh, watercolors are so scary. I find markers way scarier. I don't know why. I feel they are very much permanent, and I don't have as much control over how the colors look in a way. Of course, it is more controlled because the colors are set, so to speak. I don't know, it's just how I feel about markers. But I definitely want to do better. And I also, if you have any sketchbook suggestions for markers, do let me know, because I really like how they look in Bristol paper. So the doodles that I did were mostly on the Bristol paper that I have, but I don't really want to just have loose sheets, and I would much prefer to not have the pressure of just spending a pad when I just want to practice. So if you have any suggestions, I asked on Instagram and people suggested the Leuchtturm and the creative ones. I have both, and I did try these markers on the Leuchtturm ones, and I didn't love it. I much prefer how they behave in a very smooth paper and sort of more white color. So if you have any suggestions of that look like that, please do let me know. One thing I did found myself doing quite a lot with markers is working really light to dark. Most of the times I'm not that scared of going straight to the black colors or dark colors, but with markers I got scared for sure. Like for example, in the sky, I knew I wanted to make it sort of a night sky, but I was a bit scared of going directly with a darker color. So I think I used the 4 blues in scale to get to where I ended up to. That is also a nice thing, I guess, because I ended up getting a multi-dimensional blue. I did a few specks here or there to make it sort of appear that they were little stars. So I guess that can be a win situation, but definitely still shows that I am super scared of just going too dark. I think that it's something I really just want to challenge myself, get more contrasty with the marker drawings that I do, because it's just, I gotta lose that fear, man. And I think after that, when I get more experimental, like on the second drawing that I did that had the pink hair, I was super experimental. I honestly was just playing around during one of my classes. I was just doodling and having fun, and I honestly really like that drawing way more than this one. I think it's just way more free. I played a lot more with the colors and the contrast. That is something I really want to achieve in my future marker drawings. I think I just need to build a bit more confidence before I get there. But yeah, it just goes to show that these markers are actually quite beginner friendly. I am a total beginner when it comes to markers, and I had a blast with them so much. So I don't know, I find them a really versatile tool, to be honest. I even use them for a few of my course that I'm doing projects, and they were super fun and super quick to use. Ohuhu was also super kind, and they provided me with a discount code for you guys, which is BAIBISCO10. That gives you 10% off on their website, and you can use it until January 23rd. So overall, I really had fun with these markers. I definitely want to practice more, so you can expect more marker videos for sure. I really just want to be able to do those super impressive illustrations that you see all over the internet with markers, but I'm not there yet. Hopefully you'll enjoy watching me grow as I use markers more in the future. That is something I really want to do. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. I hope you had fun, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and do let me know in the comments what are your experience with these markers. Do you have any marker sketchbook suggestions? I am all open to your feedback, and I just really want to know what you feel about these markers. Overall, I had lots of fun using them, and I cannot wait to use them more. Thanks so much for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!